this point in the video, I was testing my iPhone just from the point of view of the audio. So the iPhone is sitting on the handlebars with a little, it's clipped to the handlebars, but because it was loose and because it was the first time I was using the clip kept rattling, with the result that the audio was pretty bad insofar as you can hear me all right, but you can also hear the knocking or banging of the phone off the handlebars. So I just felt I had to take it out, and that's why I'm doing this voiceover. There's a number of these clips in it, but I wanted just to test generally, and I was out on the main road here at this point. I wanted just to test to see what the audio was like. The audio was okay, but I had to tighten the clip when I came home, so I simply can't use this, and that's why. But in future I will do some sort of piece to camera. This part of the video now I'm just explaining, and I have to, obviously to do the voiceover on this as well because of that knocking sound. But in this part of the video I'm talking about the monotony sometimes of exercise, whether it's running or cycling, and how I personally get around it. I listen to podcasts and audiobooks, and I was just making the point here that I'm listening to a very good podcast there at the moment, a BBC podcast which I'm listening to on Spotify, and it is called the History Extra podcast. Does a huge wide range of historical events ranging from the Ottoman Empire to ancient Rome and the Greeks to the Cuban Missile Crisis to World War II to Joe Stalin to the Jane Austen, what life was like in her time when she was writing her books, and tremendously wide range of topics in that particular podcast. So that's how I deal with sometimes the monotonous nature of repetitive exercise, whether it's running or cycling. And I listen to a lot of audiobooks and I listen to a lot of podcasts. It's hard enough to get a good podcast nowadays because everybody has access to a microphone and everybody can make a podcast, but the BBC podcasts tend to be of very, very good value, high production values, and genuine experts in their field, speaking about various aspects of history like the Gestapo and the SS and World War II and the Suez Canal and so on. So that's how I get around the monotony, as I say, of repetitive exercise. This particular sequence here now is a very long, steep hill at an area called Claremont, and my mother's people are actually from over around Claremont, I think, and not far from this part of the world. This is a seriously steep hill. It goes on for ages, and I spend a huge amount of time standing up in the saddle, determined not to stop, determined not to walk up, pedaling, but I am standing up the whole time, and it is very, very tough. It's a great old workout, but I'll be blown like, like seriously like a steam train. When I get to the top, obviously that's the payoff, because the speed with which I can go down the far side is significant and potentially dangerous as well if you don't be careful and ensure control of the bike and ensure that you have your hand on the brakes, because down at the bottom of this hill, very, very steep hill, you're going to see there's a crossroads, so you need to be careful and ready to stop even though you've got the right of way. Anyway, this is still puffing and panting up the top of the hill, and eventually then we're going to get the thrill of tearing down the far side.
Here we go now. Down the far side, you can get up to serious speed. You want to be careful though. So the 4 crossroads at the bottom of it. Here we go.
You can hear the knocking there, and that's why I can't use the clips there that I made with the iPhone, because of the knocking of the phone, I think, off the handlebar, because my little clip was loose. But I'm just making the point here, but the great thrill you get coming down that hill. You do need to be careful though.
It's a good test. It's the first day I've had this phone holder, so I'll have to tighten it up or get something more stable if I'm going to rely on this iPhone for footage.
it's the Eden Broadford Road, so it's not a bad piece of forward road.
Just heading home there now, and I'm on the Eden to Broadford Road, not too far from home. I'm trying to substitute a habit. I'm a great believer in the power of habit. I'm trying to substitute the habit of cycling now for the habit of daily running. So for the last 3 years or so, I would have ran every day when I came home from work, and now I'm switching to cycling, and my intention is to cycle every day when I come home from work. Today I'm doing is about, 48-50 minutes. I think it's 15 kilometers, about 10 miles or thereabouts, and that's my daily spin at the moment, although I will increase that and extend it. And at the weekend then I go for longer. I intend going on longer spins on Saturday and Sunday. But I want a regular daily habit of cycling, which at the moment, given my working day and doing it when I come home, about an hour is the target. At the moment I'm at about 50 minutes, 48 minutes, and I'm doing about 15 kilometers. So I'm a huge believer, as I say, in the power of habit. And for very many years I had a very bad habit of smoking, and I managed to shake that off. And a few years ago then I managed to lose about 3 stone weight by changing my eating habits, including incorporating daily running. So I'm a big advocate of the power of habit. If you're interested though in cycle vlogs, I might do some more. If you're interested, let me know in the comments down below. You may be considering getting more active yourself in your life. You may be considering buying a bicycle or whatever. Let me know down in the comments below on my YouTube channel. But I will do some more cycling vlogs if there's an interest in it. So I'd be interested just to see your comments down below on my YouTube channel in the comment section. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Hopefully the audio this time is okay. But yeah, power of habit, it's huge. You can substitute good habits for bad habits pretty easily, and a habit is something that's tremendously powerful, because you only need to make a decision once, and every day then when you go home from work or whatever you're going to do, whatever your daily habit's going to be, you've already made the decision. You do this when you come home, or you do this at a particular time or whatever, but this is what you do. You don't have to decide about it. You don't have to consider the weather or decide whether today is a good day to do it or not. If you develop the habit and develop the commitment that every day you're going to do, whether it's a run or a walk the dog, go for a cycle, read a book, whatever, you can develop good habits just as easily as you can develop bad ones. And I'm a person who has benefited greatly from discovering and from learning about the power of habit. If you look back on my videos going back a number of years on YouTube, you'll see that I'm about 3 stone heavier than I am now, and that all came about through exercise and through watching what I eat and basically changing my eating habits. Anyway, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up down below. If you want to see more cycle vlogs, let me know in the comments down below. The cycling allows me to sort of introduce more journeys and go to different places and so on, whereas the running was fairly limited, fairly local. Obviously there's only a limited number of places you can go when you're running for half an hour or whatever. So anyway, thanks a lot.